Today I will be providing a brush swatch video of the Ellen Tracy Eye Essentials eyeshadow palette, and I wanted to show you all the different colors that are in the palette so you can get a view of the additional colors that are in this palette. And I will be swatching that for you, and I will be providing the brush swatches with no primer on my arm, so you will see the color as they are directly from the palette. I will be using my Clean Sweep makeup brush pad to change the colors in between swatches. A really good, inexpensive makeup brush pad. I definitely think it probably falls in suit with the color switch from Sephora. Very affordable. I got this from TJ Maxx. I want to think for $3.99. You can also find it at Marshall's. And it's basically like a sponge pad. You just basically use it to change between your eyeshadows. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the Ellen Tracy Eye Essential comes with 9 eyeshadows. And inside the palette, you get information about how to apply the different colors. And these are the shades in the palette itself. So I'm going to set it here. Hopefully y'all can still see that. Try to put it where you all can see it, so I can swatch. So basically, we're going to go ahead and get started with the first shade, which is called Clean Slate. And Clean Slate looks like your basic nude shade, a beige, basically used to provide for a base. So I'm just gonna put the color here. Hopefully you all can see that. I was trying to make sure my swatches are in view. It looks really nude on my skin tone, but you can barely see it. I think someone with a lighter skin tone, you'll be able to see this more on your skin. So again, this is Clean Slate. So that's what that color looks like. The next shade is called Swoon. And it is a shimmer, I would say like on the mauve pink side. It's a beautiful accent color that you can wear on your eyelids, your lower lash line, as an inner corner highlight. Hopefully you all can see that. I'm just building up the color so you all can see it. And also when I build up the color, it also gives you an idea how you can pat the color on so it is buildable. But you can have a wash of color, or you can have more of an intensity of the color. So that is Swoon. Okay, moving my arms to make sure it's in focus. I really like that color. It's a beautiful, like pink, like a pink mauve color. And then the next color is a deep shade, and it's called Fierce. This is definitely a dark brown shade that I think is used for lining or your outer crease shade. So that is Fierce. So I'm just going to build it up some more just so y'all can see the intensity of the color. So that is Fierce. The next shade is called Ravishing. Ravishing is a shimmer. So I'll say like a champagne shimmer shade. And this is a standard neutral palette, so again, if you're someone who loves neutral colors, and if you happen to see this palette in Marshalls, because that's where I bought it from, it's definitely worth picking up in my opinion. And that is Ravishing. Make a nice accent color. I feel like all shimmers are nice accent colors for the eyelid, lower lash line. That is called Ravishing. The next shade I'm going to swatch is called Embark. And it's a nice rustic brown shade. It definitely has like a red undertone to it. It is a matte finish, so Fierce, Clean Slate, and Embark are matte shades. The next shade is called Amber Light. It is a true gold shade. And I used this in the video as a inner corner highlight. So that is called Amber Light, a beautiful True Gold color. Next shade I will be swatching is called Magnetic Fields. It is looks like a rusted deep bronze shade. I had a bit of trouble applying this color on my eyelid in the video, but it swatches very nicely on my skin. This I would think is like a satin. It's not really, even though it looks a bit shimmery in the palette, it applies like a satin. So I would say Ravishing, Amber Light, and Swoon are shimmers. This is more like a satin type of shade. So the good thing about this palette, you have a mix of different natural tones. So you have your red undertone, your deep browns, your light beige, your colors that are in between, like a medium type of shade. And the next shade I will be swatching is called Sable. Sable looks like a mauve in the pan, but I think it's more of a kind of like a mauve color. It is a matte finish. So that is Sable. And the last shade in the palette is called Sugar Spice. It's in this shade here. And a very beautiful terracotta. I want to say pumpkin, like a terracotta shade. And that one goes on really smooth. So I think with Sable and Sugar Spice, you're not going to need to have any pressure applied to these. They swatch really nicely. So that is the last color. I really like Sugar Spice. Such a pretty color. So those are all 9 shades that are in the palette. And again, that is the Ellen Tracy Eye Essential Eyeshadow Palette. And I will bring it close to the camera. Hopefully y'all, we're going to move the palette out of the way so you all can really see it. So you got your cool tones, some warm tones, but basically your basic neutral eye palette, if I say for both day and night eye looks. Again, you have Clean Slate, you have Swoon, this is Fierce, this is called Ravishing, Embark, Amber Light, Magnetic Fields, Sable, and Sugar and Spice. So those are all colors from this palette. They are very pretty. And again, I spent next to nothing for this palette. So it's just basically to show that you can go into Marshall or TJ Maxx and find some really nice palettes for your everyday look without breaking your bank. So I just want to share those swatches with you. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch this brush swatch video. If you have any questions and comments, please leave them below. I'm going to bring them closer to the camera so you can see the finishes on them. But I wish you all a very nice week, and thank you for checking in and watching this video. Thank you. Bye.